Hello, here we'll have a little look at the Maxsea Timezero weather option. First of all, we're going to bring in some weather data. So we go to the Update tab, and if you don't have that on your top line already, you can click on the little plus button, select a single screen, and select Update, and do Validate. It will then appear as another option. I'm going to remove that because I've already got it up there. So I go to the Update, I then select Update Area, and zoom out a little bit. I'll select quite a large area to bring in some information for. Then click on this, then Weather Update Wizard. It'll give you the upper left and the lower right corners. Mine's shown in Deca because I have the Deca coordinates turned on. You can ignore that. You've simply given it the red boxed area, so don't worry about actually the coordinates. You usually select worldwide, in our case certainly. Then next, you can deselect and select the things you want to bring in. I've selected everything, the wave height and the wind speed, etc. Click on next. It's then saying you can bring in up to 16 days. We'll select 2 weeks worth of information, do next, and in this case, because we're online, and if you have VSAT on board or are connected online local to the land, do download from the internet and do next. Finished again. It will then contact the server. It will then extract the file, then it will say downloading file, and that will generally take about 20 or 30 seconds to do this. It just runs its course and gives you 3 green ticks, and once you've done that, then you have to look at the navigation and planning tab to have a look at what you've just brought in. There you go, it's done. So if we go to the planning tab and we can zoom out, we can see the colours are showing for the area that we've just brought, or we've just actually boxed off. We'll zoom in a little bit to the southwest side of Ireland. I brought in this little weather window. We'll drop it over England here. If you haven't already got that on the screen, you can go to the navigation tab, little plus button, and you could do weather informations and drag it out and put it wherever you want it to be. I'll just remove that because I've already got it there once. Set it back there again, close away the bar. So if we're zooming out this sort of level, and down at the bottom you can see we're at, we'll press the now button to bring us back to Monday morning. And before we do scroll back and forth, we'll go up here to the weather tab. You can turn the weather off and on. If we go to what it calls fishing, and we can turn on or off the different feathers, the different arrows. And the weather and colour we're going to look at, you could do cloud, rain, snow, wind, etc. But we're going to look at the wave height. And bottom left shows the wave height colours go between 0 meters and 10.67 meters. So if we click and drag here and then scroll ourselves ahead, we can see the wind and the wave height changing somewhat. I'm looking more for the reds being quite bad. So it shows if I go from left to right here, around Friday morning, it shows it getting quite windy and large waves. We stop there roughly, and that's what Thursday night. Hold the cursor around this area. It's at 45 knots wind speed with a wave height of 6.5 meters. So go over to the porcupine, it shows the wave height being 5.5 or 5.2. If we bring our head a little bit more, a bit more red heading to the west, there now shows the wave height as being 8 to 9 meter wave height, like in the porcupine. And wave speed being 47, 46, 48 knots. So you can throw it left and right to see where the wind and the wave height will be, hopefully throughout the week. Mostly easterly wind there. Changing around quite a bit, but it's giving you a nice tool to use there, rather than simply looking at an app on your phone or listen to weather on the radio or the television. You can actually bring it into the plotter and keep it on board and look at it over the next 2 weeks, albeit you always want to get the latest information, not something that was forecast 3 days ago perhaps. But if you're always online on board, you can update this information as often as you want, and then hopefully look ahead the next few days to see what the wind and the wave height will be. Okay, I hope that's been of some use. Thank you. Goodbye.